that shit there, boy. That shit sent me to the poorhouse. You know, them folks went through all goddamn my situation with a flashlight. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I was 6 months out of prison, where I had just some money that I had came home to. Yeah. But them folks had questions. Like how you know what I mean? Yeah. Like how the fuck is this even? This nigga's on probation, federal probation. I'm on federal probation. But you know he did. Luckily, it wasn't his fault. The dude he was on the west side of Houston, like San Antonio almost. Yeah. You know, on that side of Texas, speed limit 80 miles an hour. Mm-hmm. And so they it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. And so this what my driver fucked up at. He tried to say he wouldn't sleep, but he was obviously asleep, bro, because he stopped so hard. He bust his tire. You see what I'm saying? Your JB Hunts, your Boyd brothers, your all of these Schneiders. You feel what I'm saying? 100 trucks or more companies, right? That represented 80% of the industry. Owner operator was few and far in between. Fast forward 20 years to right now, 80% of the industry is made up of owner operators. And so it's a dog-eat-dog industry now. See, back then, a broker didn't exist. Because when you got 100 trucks, you ain't on the low board trying to move your trucks. You got contracts moving your trucks. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't negotiated rates on a daily basis because the gas went up. That shit, we locked in a contract and we moving. Now it's like gas go up, okay, rates go down. Like I'm talking about, it's a dog-eat-dog, bro. And then you got so many people jumping into it, like insurance rates. When I was doing that shit, bro, I was paying $3,200 a month per truck and trailer for insurance. Versus goddamn, you go somewhere and work for an established company and you paying $600 a month. You see what I'm saying? They just know that it's so many people jumping into the industry, bro. And that's where the money at now. It's almost, if you compare it to the gold rush. You know, a few people made money finding gold, but a lot of people made money selling shovels. You see what I'm saying? Okay, like, and that's the industry now, bro. It's not getting in the industry. That's where the money at. It's all these motherfuckers selling you classes and telling you that's who making money. And you talk to them, ain't none of them got no trucks though. You see what I'm saying? Like they'll sell you a class and a dream for $199, but when you talk to them, they ain't got no trucks on the road. Cause that, bro, my trucks ain't going back on the road until I'm driving. That's why I'm at with it, bro. It's money to be made, but you got to get out there and make it. My brother been doing this shit 20 years. He just had a driver tilt his truck over yesterday. Tilt that bitch over, laying in the middle of the motherfucking highway. Like those are stories that you don't get. You feel what I'm saying? And so I sort of act as like, because there's so many people, like people gonna jump in and it's lucrative. And so I got a lot of people that be fucking with it and jump in. So I sort of act as a consultant in the shit. Because I fuck with it and I do it. And I still lease equipment out. You know what I mean? I don't want the responsibility of hiring drivers, bro. Like that shit, a motherfucker. I hire all my drivers. I had trained them personally. Like, you know, because that way I just felt like I'm going to get in the truck with a person before I just sit them out here. Because that shit dangerous, bro. That shit dangerous, but still ain't no guarantee. It still ain't no guarantees. And like I say, when people sitting around talking about money, you ain't never hear nobody mention this side. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everybody just telling you about that 1 week where they made $10,000. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's a lot more stories they ain't sharing. There's a lot more stories they ain't sharing. But if you did want to fuck with a truck, and this is what I tell everybody, and don't nobody listen. If you did want to fuck with a truck, bro, first of all, that whole concept of having a truck and not having a CDL license, bro, that's a lie. Like, you ain't gonna make no money if you ain't driving that truck. You feel what I'm saying? No. You ain't gonna be getting them but a bunch of 3-4 o'clock in the morning phone call from a driver telling you he broke down. So like, I tell people that all the time, man, if you ain't willing to drive it, don't buy no truck. Like, you ain't no money in it. You know what I'm saying? The money going to the driver in the maintenance. You know what I mean? Ain't gonna be none left. And so, but that's what I tell people. If you do want to get a truck, man, get your CDLs. Because honestly, like that's the sweet spot. If you buy your own truck, you get your CDL, you can make you $100 in a year. You know what I mean? But when you go to trying to buy that second truck and hire a driver, because ain't nobody put it like this, guy. If he was as smart as you, he wouldn't need you. You feel what I'm saying? So you dealing with I hate to call him a dummy, fam, but I'm gonna just say you dealing with somebody that ain't as smart as you. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? He ain't got no wit to just go buy his own trucks. You know what I mean? So so that's what you got to consider, bro. And he not gonna be able to handle that role, fam. Like you go to Board Brothers and these major companies, fam, and look at they turnaround on drivers, fam. It ain't gonna change for you. You know what I'm saying? Unless you in a situation where, like I seen a guy in Memphis where he hired his sons and they got a good situation. You know what I mean? He got about 4 sons and all of them on them trucks, and so he was able to build something. But that's just some shit like that, bro. It's definitely a mountain you trying to climb.
That's what's up, man.
I tell niggas, man, listen, man, it's easier money to be made, bro. Like real shit. It's easier money to be made. Like, that's the goal. Don't get me wrong, if you got other perks, you saying, oh man, me and my wife, we gonna do it together, you know, we gonna see the countryside. Like, if you interested in all that, it's a win-win. You know what I mean? Like, you can jump in the truck with your lady and see the world and make $100,000 a year. You know what I mean? Like, even more if she get a CDL too. And so it got benefits. It's just that the way we approach it, like most people, oh man, I'm gonna buy 5 trucks and I ain't gonna never drive, but I'm gonna make... That shit don't happen like that, bro. That's a dream.
Yeah. That's just hard, man. We finna start up.